Howdy, Travis from KnowHow here. Today, I'm going to give you an in-depth tour of our newest piece of functionality, Workforce, that transforms how you can customize the KnowHow experience for every team member to ensure that everyone on your team has access to relevant processes and specific step-by-step standardized training and onboarding for their role. This feature is a game changer to make sure that your team is properly equipped with everything that they specifically need to know to work competently and confidently out on the job site. Let's get started. All right, so we're going to dive deep into the Workforce functionality in KnowHow. If you are not sure where Workforce is, it's because right now my face is covering it. There you go. It's this guy down here. And so we're going to click into that and you'll see Workforce, which is this completely reimagined view of how to manage and equip the team members in your organization. And so in case you weren't sure where to find it, this big button, Invite, allows you to invite new team members. You can also toggle this invite via URL button on and then copy this link. And then anyone you send that link to, they click it, they're going to join your hub. If you don't want that feature anymore and you want to only invite team members by email, just turn the toggle back off. Link no longer works. Super simple. So anyone that you invite here will show up in the unconfirmed section until they approve the KnowHow invite. I've got Alex at tryknowhow.com here that has not yet accepted this invitation. So I'm going to click this button, resend, and just send Alex a nice little reminder. Hey, we're waiting for you. But there's a few things I can do with Alex even before he's officially onboarded onto KnowHow. And that is assign him a role or a department or a team. What are roles? What are departments? What are teams? Let's dive into it. If you click into this tab over on the top right here, groups, this shows you roles, departments, teams. And so what these are job titles. Think of this as all the different roles or job titles in your company. So for example, we've got customer success manager, estimator, mitigation manager, operations manager, all the way down the line, especially for restoration companies who have very standardized water tech roles, estimators, project managers. This is perfect. This makes sure that every water tech in your company is given the exact same training and onboarding. Same with every estimator, same with every project manager. So let's customize this mitigation technician role. All right, so now I've got my mitigation technician role here. I can customize this title, but this is my water tech, essentially. I can customize the description as much as I'd like, or next, I can assign related tags. What is this? Tags are how we sort and filter through processes to make sure that relevant processes find the relevant people that are looking for them. And so here, I'll add the tags to our water tech mitigation and water and maybe mold as well, because in my company, our water techs do a lot of mold work. So I'll add these tags. What this means is that anyone that I give this job title to, mitigation technician, they are going to see more mitigation, water, and mold processes on their homepage than other processes. We're going to bring those to the surface. Additionally, if there was any processes that were only available to be viewed by people with these tags, then they would be able to see those, and other team members wouldn't be able to see those. So it allows you to make sure that the right content comes to the surface, and also you restrict content that's only relevant for certain departments to make sure only those people can have access to that content. So I've set my tags for the mitigation technician, and now I can decide if I want to allow self-assign during onboarding. What this means is that when a new user onboards, if they have not yet been given a job title by their administrator, the user can choose their job title. And so they will see a list of all your roles in the company and they'll say, oh, I know that I'm a mitigation technician, so I'm going to select that role. I recommend leaving this on because it makes it easier for users to automatically add themselves to the right content they have access to, unless you're worried about one of two things. Them accidentally adding themselves to the wrong role. That happens often. You can leave these all deactivated, and then just you as the administrator can make sure everyone's added to the right role. Or if this is a role that has access to exclusive private content that other roles should not see, such as finance, human resources, if that's the case, turn this toggle off. And then you as the admin can add people to that role, but no one can add themselves to it when they onboard. Totally your call. In this case, I'll leave it on because, like I said, nothing secret for mitigation technicians. Just makes it easier for them to find the right content when they onboard onto KnowHow. Finally, I can determine if any workflows should be assigned to this role when that role is created. So for example, I do have technician training content. So I've got water tech level 1, level 2, level 3. And so let me select this water tech level 1 training. What this means is that whenever somebody is added as a mitigation technician to my company, they are going to be automatically assigned this water tech level 1 training. This is a great way for me to make sure that every role has standardized training from the day they join KnowHow. So once I have this all set up, this looks good, I can add team members to my mitigation technician role. There's 3 ways that users can be added to this mitigation technician role. First, right here, I just click this button and assign team members this way. Let me assign Braden and Chelsea and Eldon as mitigation technicians. This is going to confirm, hey, do you want to assign everybody here this water tech training that we set as a repeatable workflow? I can click that, then they're not going to be assigned, or I can select that checkbox and they will be assigned. Let's assign it to them. So now I've got 3 mitigation technicians in my company, Braden, Chelsea, and Eldon. That's the first way. Second way, if I go back to this workforce tab, let's point out that now Braden, Chelsea, and Eldon have a role title and it's mitigation technician, and they have this little badge because it's an official role. There's a second way that I can add people as mitigation technicians, and that's on this screen. So let's find Travis here. For some reason, he gave himself the vice president of product title, but we all know he's actually a mitigation technician. So I just found mitigation technician, clicked it. Oh, there you go. Save. Now Travis is also officially a mitigation technician. Congrats on the promotion, Travis. And then the third way that users can be added to as a mitigation technician is if they're onboarding to KnowHow. We ask, hey, give us your name, your first name, give us your last name, give us your email, create a password, all that stuff. Give us your preferred language. And if they haven't yet been assigned a role, we'll ask, what is your role? And it'll show among the list here as long as the toggle is turned on. So in this case, a user would not be able to choose office manager as their title, but they would be able to choose mitigation technician as their title. And so that's the third way, is users, when they onboard and they create a KnowHow account, if they don't yet have a role, then they can choose a role from the list if self-assign is turned on. So that's roles. Roles is filled with horsepower to ensure that your team members all see relevant content on their KnowHow homepage and have standardized training and onboarding for their job specifically. Let's briefly touch on departments and teams because they're very, very similar. So departments and teams, we all know what a department is. Let's say I've got a mitigation department here. Let's create another one as well. I'm in the departments section, and let's create the finance department. So in finance, I can give it a description here. In this case, I'll leave it. I can add any tags here as well. So if I have any finance tags, you see, or processes, you see I have 34 finance processes, and most of them are set so that only people in the finance department can see these processes because these are private processes. So I'll add this tag, and then anyone on the finance team that I add through this section here that we've done before is going to be assigned this finance process. Specifically, also, if I have any finance repeatable workflows, I click that button and I can assign a finance training guide as well. This might be different than training for the role. Maybe it's on how to use a specific system. Let's say you use PSA for your finance and you have specifically built out PSA training for finance, then anyone in the finance department can be automatically assigned this as well. These workflows that are assigned and these tags that are assigned stack on top of the other tags that are assigned through roles and through teams. And so if I'm a mitigation tech, but let's say I'm also on the party planning committee, for example, I might be on a party planning team and a mitigation tech. So I'll be assigned any tags from my mitigation role, and I'll be assigned tags because I'm part of the party planning team as well. I can add anyone here. And again, it does not matter if they are assigned a role or not, because this is different. So I could assign Braden and I could assign Leighton. Both of them are in the company. Braden is a mitigation technician. I actually haven't assigned a role to Leighton yet. Doesn't matter. I can assign them both as a part of the finance department. And again, this is going to influence what's on Braden and Leighton's homepage because it's surfacing processes that have a tag that match Braden and Leighton's tags. Finally, teams. Teams are great opportunities. If it's not a specific role, if it's not a department, let's say there's a hurricane down in Florida and you're sending a crew down to Florida and you've got specific training for that Florida group. Let's say, for example, you want to make sure that they're familiar with all of Florida's unique policies and regulations on dealing with mold. You can create a group, Florida Summer 2025. Sounds sticky. And then you can assign specific training to people that are a part of this group and then assign specific people to be a part of that group. Again, they will have tags if I choose. Let's say I have a Florida tag. I can add that Florida tag, and then those users are going to be given the Florida tag as well as their existing tags and assigned additional training as well. And again, if you want to add people to groups, you can do so through those screens that we were just on, or I can just look at this groups column here, click the plus button, and decide which department Adam is in. The mitigation department, and he's on the Florida Summer. Add those both. Now Adam is a part of a department, mitigation, as well as a team, Florida Summer. And I haven't assigned him a role yet. So you can see the combination of roles and departments and teams make it very, very easy for you to customize the KnowHow experience for every individual team member based on their unique roles and responsibilities. KnowHow is transforming how easy it is for your staff to go from day one to confident. Thanks to KnowHow's roles and departments and teams functionality, you can ensure that everyone has consistent, standardized onboarding that's relevant to their specific job function in the company. We're going to be adding more and more to Workforce over the coming months. The ability to assign processes to specific roles and departments and teams, the ability to hone in on insights for specific departments and teams. So stay tuned as that continues to roll out. But we hope that this levels up your ability to equip your staff to work more competently and confidently than ever before. For more tips and tricks on how you can use KnowHow, you know what to do. head to tryknowhow.com. Thanks.